This man was robbed of that right simply because a trucking company wanted to CYA cover its own behind, and also because lawyers absolutely dropped the ball in this man's case. Greetings, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the People's Global News Network. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another episode of the People's Global News Network, where we bring you stories that other networks and other mainstream media outlets are afraid to bring you. Where on this network, you hear the raw, unadulterated truth, you get the facts, and we expose corruption. We expose wrongdoing. We expose those institutions that believe they are, themselves are above the law. We give the power back to the people. We here at the People's Global News Network, we didn't come to lighten up, we come to tighten up. Today I'm going to introduce to you a gentleman who was a hard-working American, who did it the right way, who followed everything we ask hard-working, middle-class American men to do. Go into the workforce, keep your nose clean, do the right thing, stay off of drugs, work hard, and bring home a paycheck and take care of your family. This man was robbed of that right simply because a trucking company wanted to CYA cover its own behind, and also because lawyers absolutely dropped the ball in this man's case. And what many people don't understand is often not the problem that you have that's the biggest problem. When you hire the wrong lawyer, that becomes bigger than the problem that you have. Tell us who you are and tell us what happened to you from the very top.
Okay. All right, Mr. Quanell. Uh, my name is Frank Day Sr., and back in October 24th of October 26th, uh, of 2026, I was on a
This is
run.
2025, so 2000,
Okay, 2010.
2010, there you go. Okay.
Yes, excuse me, 2010. Anyway, I was called on the 24th to take a load, okay, to another place that I was already on a load. My name was on a load to Taft, California. And I was called on the 24th. Cody, the dispatcher, he says, well, don't worry about that one. You're not going there. So I says, okay, where am I going? He says, well, you're going to pack your bag and you're going to go to Fort Hood, Texas to the Army base, and you're going to load, you're going to go up across Dallas to Aberdeen, Maryland. And I said, excuse me? I said, I don't think we're running a forced dispatch board. We're not running. Adams Trucking is not running a forced dispatch board. Now, he forced me to go to Aberdeen, Maryland.
Which
Okay.
was totally away from the original agreement of the route that you were to drive and the load that you were supposed to be taking. This was something totally clear out of the blue, outside of the norm. But since you were forced, based on keeping your job and your employment and your contract with this trucking company, you went ahead and took that load. Tell us what happened.
Exactly. Mr. Adams switched me from Taft, California, and put me on the Aberdeen, Maryland load. Okay. I was over there on the 25th in Fort Hood, Texas on the Army base. You know, had loaded 42,000 pounds of generators going to Aberdeen, Maryland at the Army base. And then the morning of the 26th, between 8 and 10, uh, with, well, just roughly 50 miles east of Memphis, Jackson, Tennessee, somewhere in there. It's where this accident occurred. The driver that hit me, first of all, I was coming up on an accident. So I was on my brakes slowing down, and the next thing, boom, from the back. I was real in it. So when I stopped and got out the truck, didn't even get the information from the guy. Only thing he told me, he said, I seen 12 cars and you. That's it.
So he had to make a decision which one he hit, huh?
Yes, he had to. So by protocol, this state trooper, trying to come back to me, he says, you're injured. You need to go quickly. So I could not get the guy's information. But when I called the safety director, which is the protocol in trucking that you do, he asked me, well, Mr. Frank, what are you going to do? I say, well, Mr. Steve, what would you do? He says, well, I guess you'll get your attorney. Well, when he went back and told Mr. Adams this, told that I was going to get an attorney, and everything just went left.
So let's be clear here and give some clarity to what happened. You were rear-ended
Yes, sir.
on the highway,
Yes, sir.
taking a load that you should not have been driving in the first place.
Yes, sir. About another
And
18-wheeler.
The person who rear-ended you was also another 18-wheeler.
Yes, sir. And
DPS trooper comes to the scene, and they could tell you need immediate hospital care. They shoot you to the hospital.
yes, sir.
You get in contact with your company, the safety director, etc., and let them know what has happened, what's going on.
Yes.
And normally, anywhere in America where you are rear-ended, it's normally fatal controlled speed or some other charge that's given to the person that rear ends you. You had major physical body damage.
Yes.
But the company safety director suggested you hire a lawyer. Then goes back and tell the company's owner this, and they decide to now set you up to terminate you and to let you go, and didn't give a damn about your medical condition or you receiving proper medical care.
Absolutely. Because not only that, before I got back off the crash run, he fired me. Okay.
And you were not at fault.
No. I won the wrongful termination right here on Timmons Street here in Houston, Texas.
So you win, you file the wrongful termination complaint. You win the wrongful termination.
Yes, sir.
Go right ahead.
And didn't get a penny. Didn't get a penny from the last run. Didn't get conversation from the accident. Now,
So you never got one single penny for carrying the load.
No,
Not a single penny from the accident.
no.
So all of this happened, and you got absolutely zero.
And still, it's in the writing, black and white, not a penny.
And how many lawyers did you hire to help you in this case?
I roughly had 3 lawyers. I want to say Jim Adler was the first one on the case.
Jim Adler, the one we see on TV all the time.
Yeah, one we see on the TV with the hammer.
Okay. And who else?
Jim Adler. And I hired this Davis law firm over here in Houston on 59. And then Joaquin, attorney Joaquin that's out there in Sugar Creek.
Right. You hired a Fort Bend County attorney. Well, he housed in Fort Bend County.
Oh, yeah, sure. But
Sugarland.
when I went to Mr. Joaquin's office, Miss Gerlin asked him, did he get paid when she bammed on that glass table? He never give us an answer.
So your spouse raised a question to your last attorney.
Yes, sir.
Was there any compensation given to you or paid off in your case? And you're saying to me now and to the nation
Yes.
that not a single penny was given to you.
Not a single penny.
So you're in a truck driving accident.
Yes.
You're not at fault.
No.
You're rear-ended.
Yes.
The one person that hits you gets the citation for rear-ending you. You go to Mr. Jim Adler, who's known as the Hammer in Texas. He couldn't do anything with your case, so he passed on to somebody else.
Well, wait a minute. Jim Adler was on the case. Adams Trucking is talking about a 2-year statute of limitation. Well, that's Texas.
But not where the accident took place.
No. Well, the accident took place in Tennessee.
But Tennessee and Texas law is not the same.
No, because they have 1 year statute of limitation up there, and we have 2. Now he's complaining about the 2-year statute of limitation. Adam Henderson, who is Jim Adler's workers' comp attorney, sent me $1,000 to get off my case with no explanation.
So I understand that workman's comp in Texas complicates a lot of people's ability to really receive the correct just compensation that they deserve. It's really put in place to protect the employer, but not the employee. But you had these 3 different law firms working on this case. And I have never heard of a case where a truck driver is rear-ended by another 18-wheeler, was not at fault at all, and this victim does not receive a single penny in compensation. He did not receive Mr. Davis a citation. He was not at fault. The person who hit him was at fault. He's driving a load that was against his contractual initial agreement of what he was doing, what he's supposed to be taking. He takes it anyway, and at the end of the day, the safety director says, hire a lawyer. He follows that advice and gets fired by the company. Then these lawyers come on board, and at the end of the day, they let the statute of limitations all run.
And they get paid.
And not a single penny.
Come to me.
Not a single dollar.
Penny.
What type of medical damage did this do to you?
Okay, my back is sitting on discs right now. My left leg did an EMG 4 days ago, showing 0% in my right leg because I have permanent nerve damage, and 2% in my left leg. My right shoulder is out of range, and I have a bone sticking out my neck from the seatbelt from the impact of the 18-wheeler that hit me. It's there.
So you have permanent,
Yes.
long-term
Done.
medical damages. You've been rendered permanently handicapped. You can never climb up in a truck again and ever drive again. And you were not at fault, and not a single penny was paid to you or your family from this accident.
No, sir.
Wow. What has this done to you and your family?
It just destroyed. I lost everything. This guy, whoever's driving these trucks for Adams Trucking, really needs to park them and get out because he don't care about you. He didn't care about me. He don't care about your family. He put my family through suffering. He mentally, emotionally, and physically has destroyed my life because if he hadn't forced me to go to Aberdeen, Maryland, and I went to Taft, California, I would still be working. Period. I didn't ask for this. He forced. You cannot force a person to go somewhere when you're not running a forced dispatch. I could have told him no, but due to the fact that
Want to keep your job.
I'm just following orders and did what he wanted me to do.
What type of life has this created for you now? What is your quality of life like now?
Nothing. I feel like, I just feel like I've been buried, dug up and buried again, and dug up and buried again. It just didn't have to take 14 years for you dragging me, for you intervening, crossing the line, Mr. Don and Zach Adams, crossing the line, intervening. I was in workers' comp. I had 107 checks I supposed to had got. After 107, I got 5.
Jesus.
Mr. Don Adams come back and went and told them to cut the other 102. Okay, well,
And so this is such a hard story to hear. And it's an extremely sad story
it is very sad.
because I could understand, I could even empathize to some degree with the company if you were at fault. If you had done something wrong, you didn't do that.
No.
In fact, you were actually doing them a favor by taking on a load that you were not supposed to take on.
Right.
So you did them a favor.
Yeah.
And you get terribly injured like this,
Yes.
not being at fault, and they treat you
the
like you're
career
trash.
gone. And my career is just gone.
And it's like you're garbage. You've just been discarded.
Yes. Exactly.
Your quality of life has been turned upside down.
Exactly.
Physically, you are nowhere near the man you were before this wreck.
No.
And-
Mentally, I'm messed up.
And no one has been able to assist you and help you with at least attempting to make you and your family whole again.
And the heinous part about this conversation, I know he's evil, but you made me knowingly that you didn't hire me in Sydney, Nebraska. You made me come from truck driver and go and do attorney work because you paid off those attorneys to look the other way. So I had to take the case myself.
And you're still fighting that to
I'm
this day.
still fighting. I'm going. I'm not gonna stop till we get closure on this period. 14, 15 years, October 26th of 2025 will be 15 years date to date of that accident.
And it's like you have just been completely forgotten about.
Yeah, well, like he just hiding something. What is he hiding?
There are lawyers all across America who watch this program all the time. I get the phone calls. I have the conversations with them. If you watch this story and you're able to watch the entirety of the story, and you can tell that this man has been wronged, he needs help, and you believe your firm can help and assist him, reach out to us. We would love to connect you with Mr. Davis, because where God, with Mr. Davis, where God is always still God, and wherever God is, truth and justice will be. This man deserves justice,
Yes.
and he has been denied that. I'm so sorry to hear all of this, because you just would not believe that a man who had a stellar driving record, as you had, a man who was not at fault, has this type of damage done to him, and yet he's thrown away like garbage, like he's irrelevant and immaterial. You deserve justice, and I hope and pray that we will fight like hell to help you get it.
Okay, and also, at the end of the day, he has paid 16 attorneys, but not a penny to me. My spouse rings came off her fingers twice, 3750 to Mr. Woodrow Epperson, which was the attorney that I did hire in 2021, that told us he's going to go get our money. In March, he called us. In May, this man is dead. Okay. I called out there where he lived and told the police to go check his family. These people sent 2 guys to my door with suits on, with glasses. God said, don't open the door, don't touch it. Looked in there, he said, go wake your spouse up. Y'all got to move now. My dog died or was poisoned. all this happening at the time, I moved a 3-bedroom house in one day by myself because of who he sent. Oh, he still was sending people.
What I want to do, what I want to do at this point is see who can step forward and assist and help.
Okay,
You with me? Because you do deserve help.
sure. Need it.
And you see the number at the bottom of the screen. If you can help, call that number at the bottom of the screen. Let's make that appropriate, proper connection, if God willing, to get this family's man justice. Thank you for watching another episode of the People's Global News Network, where it is our duty and obligation to bring you stories that other people will run from. Thank you, Brother Frank, for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Days, for participating in this interview. And this is only the beginning.
Sure.
Thank you.